Hello and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium for another day of Blue Crabs baseball live from Waldorf, Maryland. We'll get it set for today's matchup. Sorry about yesterday's game. Unfortunately, inclement weather circumstances were a factor and made it unable for us to complete yesterday's game. But that means it's a good sign for today. It means we have a doubleheader of Blue Crabs baseball getting started in just 3 minutes. The Blue Crabs will host the Lancaster Barnstormers for a pair of games today, and the Twin Bill will proceed after the first one is concluded. Let's go through the starting lineups. Let's start off with the Lancaster Barnstormers visiting team. Darian Sanford leads it off in center field. He's followed by Tyler Bortnick. Bortnick followed by Blake Galen, the right fielder, and in the cleanup spot, Ryan Castile, doing the catching duties for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Trayvon Robinson bats fifth, playing left field, and Casey Hobson plays first, following Robinson. 7-8-9 for the Barnstormers, Josh Bell doing the designated hitting duties. Vladimir Frias, the shortstop, bats eighth, and Carlos Garcia, the second baseman, will round out the lineup. On the mound for the opposing Lancaster Barnstormers, John Anderson, the left-handed pitcher, comes in his fourth start of the season. He has a 3.72 ERA and an 0-2 record on the year. He's also come in 25 relief appearances, so it'll be an interesting matchup between the two teams. But now, what you've all been waiting for, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs starting lineup. Let's get it set with Teodoro Martinez. Teo will play left field for the Blue Crabs, and he will lead off the lineup. Edwin Garcia bats second, playing shortstop. He's been batting .419 in the last 10 games. His bat's been absolutely on fire. You need to catch it here to continue the firestorm. Frank Martinez is going to bat third, playing third base, and John Griffin in the cleanup spot, the designated hitter. Devin Rodriguez bats fifth, playing first base, and he's followed by Austin Green doing the catching duties. 7-8-9 for the Blue Crabs, Corey Vaughn is in center field, followed by Craig Maddox in right field. And to round out the lineup, Angelise Nina playing second base. On the mound for the Blue Crabs, Shane Watson, a right-handed pitcher, number 38, making his first start of the year, but he's had plenty of experience to this point. The right-hander here in his 28th appearance of the year, all 27 prior to this game, coming in relief. On the year, he's got a 3-0 record with a 6.29 ERA. And you look forward to this first half of the doubleheader. Obviously, both teams going with a spot start due to the inclement weather changing things up today. So a combined 3 starts between the two pitchers, and we're more than halfway through the season. Speaking of halfway through the season, let's run through the second half standings for the two teams. For the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, they're sitting at third in their division, and they will try to advance a game here in their respective Freedom Division this evening. They sit at 5-5, 1.5 games back of the Sugarland Skeeters, who lead that division. The Skeeters are 7-4, followed by the York Revolution, who are 6-5. The Blue Crabs, as I mentioned, 5-5, and the Lancaster Barnstormers, who are visiting these Blue Crabs this evening, come in at 5-6. The key for today's matchup is going to be quelling some of the power and speed that has a pretty duo dynamic here in this lineup. We'll get back to that and much more, and we'll have baseball for you when we return, right after the national anthem on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. National anthem has come to a conclusion, which means that it's time for Blue Crabs baseball here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. Getting it set for the first half of a twin bill here in Regency Furniture Stadium. On the mound for the Blue Crabs, Shane Watson in his first start of this deep season. The Blue Crabs in the first half struggled a little bit. They finished with a total record in the first half of 26-37, but they really put it together at the latter end of that first half of the season, continuing with a nice trend, sitting at 500 here in the second half on the season. So they're trying to continue to get this trend to make the playoffs. The Blue Crabs need to end up winning their division. So if they do win the Freedom Division, they would get the playoff spot. Sugarland won the first half, and trying to make their mark on them are the Blue Crabs. It would be nice to pick up two here in this Freedom Division against their division rival, the Lancaster Barnstormers. But first, they've got to put up some hits. The Blue Crabs coming into this game, a very even-keeled team, and they've added power as the season has gone on. If you've been following it all, you've noticed a little bit of a power surge through the last maybe month and a half. And as far as the Lancaster Barnstormers go, they were absolutely on fire to begin that first half of the season. They kind of fell apart towards the end of that first half, and they let their lead of the division kind of go right through their grips, which made them second to end the first half back in that Freedom Division first half. But they need to get the playoff spot as well, and to do that, they would need to end up clinching the division. First place in the second half would get them there. But as for the Blue Crabs, trying to maybe find a way to quell this power that Lancaster boasts. They have a man by the name of Blake Galen who leads the league in home runs with 16. He also leads the league in RBIs with 57 on the year. Not to mention they also have a lot of speed on their team. They currently are on track to beat the league record for most stolen bases in a season. And a man with a lot of reason to do with that is Darian Sanford, who steps into the left-handed batter's box and will be the first batter of this evening against the Blue Crabs. Watson, being a reliever typically, will work out of the stretch, and he'll cross for strike number one, and the first pitch is underway, 12:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Watson's got a sign from Austin Green, and we'll get you through the rest of the defensive lineup for the Blue Crabs as the second pitch misses upstairs. 1-1 the count. From left to right in the outfield, Teodoro Martinez, Corey Vaughn, and Craig Maddox. At third base, Frank Martinez. At shortstop, Eddie Garcia. At second base, Angelis Nina. First base, Devin Rodriguez. Behind the plate, Austin Green and Shane Watson on the bump as he misses with his third pitch. 2-1 the count. Watson with a long look in and a deep breath. He'll get ready to deliver the 2-1 to Darian Sanford. Sanford sees the 2-1 pitch, missed just a little bit downstairs. That'll put Sanford in a hitter's count. You notice that he really chokes up on that bat. That's not atypical of him. It's almost like a two-strike approach every time up to the plate. Watson with the 3-1 out of the stretch catches that outside corner. And we are seeing already, as the count goes to 3-2, that the home plate umpire, Scott Hart, is going to really extend that zone to the outer half, as Watson's been the benefactor of a couple of calls that were pretty far out on the outside, as the 3-2 will also catch that outside corner. Darian Sanford did not like the call, but a strikeout looking will be the first out of this game here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Tyler Bortnick now comes up with what Darian Sanford thought might be one on and none down. Instead, it's the opposite. We've got one down, none on, and the batter Bortnick will come up to the plate, rocking a 186 batting average on the year. But manager Ross Peoples must keep trusting in him as he's played upwards of 60 games and continues to sit at that 2 spot in the lineup. Ball 1 misses downstairs, and it appears as though the high and outside is where a pitcher might want to work today if they were going to get that zone. That's where Hart has already displayed that he'll open it up as a hot line shot over to third. Edwin Garcia gobbles after Martinez is unable to get his hands on it. And That will be the first base runner of the baseball game. It will be counted as an error on Frank Martinez. And that will put the first guy on. He comes in the form of Tyler Bortnick. So no hits of yet for either team, but Blake Galen will come up to the plate. Galen, number 2 on the back of his jersey, the left-handed batter, will dig in. 2 out of the 3 batters to this point have been left-handed. It's a heavy lefty lineup. Watson comes home with the pitch and catches that deep outside corner. That's a spot that's going to be very tough for anybody to really catch as a batter, but it's really opening up for pitchers. Don't be surprised if you don't see both pitchers exploiting that outside corner today. Next pitch, also high and outside, but swinging away is Blake Galen, and he finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Galen leads the league in home runs and RBIs. He has a .284 batting average with 16 home runs and 57 RBIs on the year. Going on the pitch was Bortnick, and a high shot over towards third base. Teodoro Martinez charging, and he'll catch it just about 10 steps deeper than the infield dirt is. Nonetheless, a high, lazy fly ball will be put away for out number 2. 2 outs and 1 on. We already saw Tyler Bortnick's intent to try to steal. Regardless, that brings up Ryan Castile, another guy with a lot of power behind his bat. You watch him in batting practice and see him send a lot of shots out of here. Castile takes a curveball inside, strike number 1. Castile batting .285 with 7 home runs and 32 RBIs on the year. Pick off to first, not in time to get Bortnick. Castile's hitting much better against the Blue Crabs, though, on the season. He's hitting .387 when he's facing off here at Regency Furniture Stadium. The 1-0 will miss the outside corner off the fingers of Shane Watson, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. You see a heavy shift over towards the left side of the infield. Garcia and Martinez, respectively, shifting over towards the third base side. Another pickoff move to first after they already saw Bortnick try to send his way to second already once this inning. You see Angelis Nina a couple steps to his left of that second base bag. Watson preparing for the 1-1. Set out of the belt, and he comes home with the pitch. He'll catch the low and outside corner, somewhere he's been pounding today, and it's really been paying off for him. Count 1-2 to the batter Castile. The catcher for this Barnstormers team on the day. Another pickoff to first, very close, but no sign, and ends up calling the runner safe. But a lot of pickoffs moves. That's already 3 in this at-bat from Shane Watson. It's a pretty good idea to try to make sure Bortnick isn't going anywhere. Watson set of the belt for the 1-2. Coming home with the pitch and misses well inside, and that evens up the count at 2-2. Castile digs back in, a hot hitter against this Blue Crabs squad on the year. Shane Watson trying to send that average back down south. Coming home with the 2-2, a high and inside curveball, won't quite break down. Castile accordingly had a good check swing that didn't go quite across. And now you've got a 3-2 count with a runner on first. So he'll be going on the pitch because there's 2 down in the inning. Watson with a long look in and a couple of deep breaths. He's now ready for the pitch. Here he comes with the pitch. Bortnick goes, and ball number 4 will miss inside. So advancing to first base will be Ryan Castile. Bortnick will head to second. And now suddenly you have a runner in scoring position for Trayvon Robinson. Robinson comes up to the plate. He has 6 RBIs in his last 10 games. That's a team high by far. He's batting .275 with 3 home runs and 26 RBIs on the year. The 4th lefty all ready to come to the plate in this lineup here in just the 5th batter. Catching that deep outside corner, a spot that's been favorable against lefties from home plate umpire Scott Hart, will will make the count 0-1. Robinson comes back in looking to tap into that power he's shown at times this year as Bortnick dances off a second. Curveball will miss high and outside, and that makes the count 1-1. Watson's been trying to exploit that high and outside corner with the fastball, and he's gotten the call every time that he's done it to a lefty. But when you look at the flip side of things, every time he's tried to do it with the off speed, he's not getting the call. 2-2 the count to the batter Robinson, and Watson comes home with the pitch. That'll catch the outside corner, or so it appeared, and that makes the count 2-1. Robinson has some MLB time under his belt. He played for the Seattle Mariners back in 2011 and 2012, where he combined for 90 games and ended up hitting .215 as a whole. Ball 3 misses outside at that spot where Watson's really had a lot of success in terms of getting no swings but strike balls on the evening. Instead, it makes the count 3-1. Hitters count to the left-handed Robinson. Robinson digs back into his left-handed batter's box, and Watson prepares for the 3-1 pitch. A look back to second, now coming home with it, and it'll miss on the outside corner. Shooting knees with Shane Watson. He doesn't get the call, and back-to-back walks will load the bases for the Lancaster Barnstormers here in this top of the first. That brings up Casey Hobson. Hobson had a pretty good day against the Blue Crabs the other day. On the season, he's batting just .167 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Hobson, when he played against the Blue Crabs in his one game of the season, went 3 for 4, also scored a run in that game. He'll dig into the left-handed batter's box, something we've seen a lot of today. And a deep shot to center field. Corey Vaughn, right at the warning track, will put it away for out number 3. That ball at home run distance, but Corey Vaughn able to get in the back of his glove. That wraps up this half of the first inning. No run score. 3 are left stranded. That comes on no hits and 1 error for the Blue Crabs. That puts us through half an inning of baseball. When we return, it's the top of the lineup for the Blue Crabs. Teodoro Martinez, Edwin Garcia, and Frank Martinez. We'll have that right here for you when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. Teodoro Martinez, the first Blue Crab to see the plate here in this young game. We see the score 0-0 here in this bottom of the first inning. The Blue Crabs had a pretty big scare in the top of the first, and error put one on, and then back-to-back walks loaded the bases. Able to work around it with Shane Watson. John Anderson, the left-handed pitcher, will come in, and the first pitch he throws to Teo will miss downstairs for ball one. Running through the rest of the Blue Crabs lineup after this pitch, Anderson prepared for it. He comes home with the pitch, and it will catch the outside corner, 1-1 the count. Teodoro Martinez leads off. He's followed by Edwin Garcia. Frank Martinez bats third. John Griffin in the four-hole. Devin Rodriguez bats fifth, followed by Austin Green and Corey Vaughn, as Teodoro will swing through an off-speed, 1-2 the count. And rounding out the Blue Crabs lineup is Craig Maddox and Angelis Nina. Teo, a couple of check swings, and now he'll prepare for the 1-2. Anderson comes home with that pitch, and it will catch downstairs, a strikeout looking, the first out of the Blue Crabs half of the first. That's how both teams started out this game offensively, with strikeouts looking. Edwin Garcia, the next guy to see the plate. He'll come into the right-handed batter's box and face off against John Anderson. Anderson making just his fourth start of the year in 29 innings pitched. He's allowed 13 runs, 12 of them earned. He's walked 10 and struck out 30. He's got an 0-2 record on the year with a 3.72 ERA. Definitely a spot start situation for Anderson as strike one catches inside. Scott Hart, the home plate umpire, he's already shown today that he's not afraid to expand this zone from a width perspective. Ball one misses downstairs, and 1-1 the count to the shortstop, Edwin Garcia. Garcia was the team MVP last year, and he also was a all-defensive selection in the league as he'll foul one straight back, 1-2 the count. The reason that both teams are going with spot starts today is because yesterday's game ended up getting rained out as we see some gray clouds approaching here in Waldorf. So we'll play a doubleheader today. Anderson comes home with the pitch. This one lofted into right field, right at the right fielder, Blake Galen, and he'll put it in the back of his glove for out number 2. The inning not over quite yet. If John Anderson thought he was out of any danger, he's probably wrong, as Frank Martinez is never a guy you want to face off against. He's batting .315 on the year. He's got 4 home runs and 28 RBIs. And the switch hitter will approach from the right side against the left-handed pitching Anderson. Ball one misses upstairs to Martinez, and the third baseman will have to await yet another pitch. Anderson, out of the windup, he'll prepare for the 1-1. Coming home with it, and this one lofted but foul, and that makes the count 1-1. Martinez in his 14th professional season here in his first in the Atlantic League, and obviously first as a Blue Crab with that being said. He'll be all the way in the back of the box to face off against John Anderson as he fouls one, chopped over towards the on-deck circle right at John Griffin, who will be up should this inning continue. After Griffin would be Devin Rodriguez. But if Frank Martinez can get on base, John Griffin, a guy that can always change a game in one swing of the bat. The 1-1 pitch misses well inside. Martinez has to dance his way out of danger, and that makes the count 2-1. Anderson set out of the stretch, but turns us into the windup as he'll drill one. Will Martinez over towards the right side on the run, able to get the ball is Carlos Garcia, and he records the third out of this Blue Crabs half of the first inning. An uneventful bottom of the first leads to no runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. When we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network, it's Shane Watson out for another inning of work. We'll be right back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, join the Blue Crabs on Saturday night, August 18th, as we celebrate Southern Maryland's rich spiritual and religious community with Faith and Family Night. All night long, we will feature performances, prayer, and presentation from area religious and spiritual leaders, as well as post-game fireworks spectacular. Your minister, band, choir, or congregation can even participate. To be part of the festivities or to purchase tickets, please contact Group Sales at 301-638-9788 or visit SOMDBlueCrabs.com.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at SOMDBlueCrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Daryl Thompson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Welcome back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as the top of the second inning looms. The first batter to face off against Shane Watson is Josh Bell. He's the fifth out of 7 hitters to approach in the left-handed batter's box, and he'll drill this one down the right field line. That spells extra bases, maybe even 3 of them. Bell rounds first, and he'll slow down the legs heading into second. Nonetheless, he'll stroll in with the first base hit of the evening for either side, and it comes with none down here in this top of the second. The next batter to come up, not any easier, in the form of Vladimir Frias. Frias also a defensive all selection last year from shortstop as the rain is really starting to fall here in Waldorf. An umpire will start approaching from over by third base, and you gotta wonder how much longer until the tarp may be pulled. Nonetheless, Frias has the 6th best batting average in all of the Atlantic League. Showing bunt is Frias. He lays down a good one. Watson's got to make a spectacular play, and instead he'll throw the ball away. That's going to get into right field and score Josh Bell for the first run of this ball game. After the throw, Shane Watson rubbed his hand on his baseball pants, which would have to make you presume that this precipitation had something to do with that throwaway. That will be counted as an error on the pitcher, Shane Watson. So the second of the evening for the Blue Crabs. This the first one resulting in a base run. And that brings up Carlos Garcia. Garcia, the second baseman, as the rain is really starting to fall here in Southern Maryland. And Shane Watson kind of looking around like, how much longer are we going to stay out here? The field's taken the water pretty well to this point. It's just the ball that you got to wonder about. Watson set at the belt. He'll miss well outside and look right at his hand right after the pitch. Once again, you got to wonder about this precipitation. And now the call down to the tarp has been made. All the Blue Crabs will head down to the clubhouse. And with a 1-0 count to the batter, Carlos Garcia, that means we're going to head into a break. We're going to send it to a break, and we'll be back when play resumes. We'll get right back to you on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night, as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at SOMD bluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Corey Vaughn, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
This is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Corey Vaughn, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Southern Maryland. Andrew Banstra here, bringing you an update here on this rain situation. The time is now 12:39, and sometimes when you're trying to pull a tarp off of the field, it becomes an issue because, as you can see, the tarp got stuck in the mud, or I should say in the infield dirt, and then they were unable to pull it any further. But if you can see, there's a lot of sitting water where the tarp didn't end up getting to. So they're not calling the game off right now. Instead, they're going to try to pull the tarp off of the field and then maybe bring it back on it. The raining has subsided here in Southern Maryland, so no exact update on what is happening, but I can tell you that the game is not off as of now. So we will stay live here in Southern Maryland. No updates to give you from across the league due to the early start time today. If we are to finish this ballgame, that would mean that the Blue Crabs will play this 7-inning game, and then they would also play the next 7-inning game. But as for now, that is all we've got as far as updates for you. So we'll get back to you as soon as we've got another one. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Kick off the Labor Day holiday right and join the Blue Crabs on Sunday night, September 2nd for our final Bark in the Park night of the season. The game is a special start time of 6:35, and the first fans through the gates receive Blue Crabs dog collars brought to you by 98.7 WMZQ. Call 301-638-9788 or visit SOMDBlueCrabs.com for more information.
Blue Crabs fans, come celebrate the bluest birthday of them all on Friday night, August 17th. It's Pinch's birthday party with appearances by all of Pinch's mascot friends. After the game, stick around for a post-game cupcake drop brought to you by Pump It Up of Waldorf. That's right, cupcakes raining out of the sky from the outfield with prizes for some lucky contestants. For more information, visit somdbluecrabs.com/promotion or call 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Daryl Thompson from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Don't forget, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. Every Sunday home game, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with me and other players, $3 ice cream helmets all day long, and free admission to Pinch's Playground. Post-game, you can all come on the field and run the bases. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Casey Delgado, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Shane Watson, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. Blue Crabs fans, the Celli Pizza, known to have the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Vocelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online.
Welcome back to Regency Furniture Stadium, bringing you an update on our rain situation. We are going to attempt to play baseball this evening. Everybody working their hardest to make the field as playable as possible. It already looks a lot better than it did. If you've been staying tuned, very impressive work from our grounds crew. Spells some late afternoon baseball. My guess is, and I don't have word on this, if I had a best guess, I'd guess we're going to play in 15 to 25 minutes, something like that. So stay tuned, and we will give you an updates as we get them on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early, and don't miss a special appearance by the Racing Presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit SOMDBlueCrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear military-inspired jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their military ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at SOMDBlueCrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Cody Epley, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early, and don't miss a special appearance by the racing presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit SOMDBlueCrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear military-inspired jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their military ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at SOMDBlueCrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Cody Epley, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crab's gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting SOMDBlueCrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Craig Stem, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Clubs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Are you looking for the best place to entertain your group, large or small, this summer? Look no further than the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium with our newly renovated Luxury Suites and Legends Club, as well as our brand new Party Suite. Our luxury suites have all new amenities and are sure to please your group, while our clean, upscale Legends Club can host up to 160 guests for a game or anytime. New for 2018, the Blue Crabs are excited to announce our brand new Party Suite for groups up to 50 guests. It's double the space for double the fun for double the group, just $20 per person. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 to book your group today.
After a long break, welcome back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, where we will get set with some more Southern Maryland Blue Crabs baseball. Let's run back through what has happened to this point in the ballgame. In the top of the first inning, there was the bases loaded after an error and 2 walks loaded them, but Shane Watson was able to work out of that. Then in the bottom of the first, it was 3 up, 3 down for the Blue Crabs. And now here we are in the top of the second. You see 1 run already scored in this inning, a 1-0 count to Carlos Garcia, and a runner stands on second base after an error put him there and scored the run. That error came on a bunt attempt that was trying to move the runner over to third base instead. Now a runner stands at second, and that runner intended to move over to third ended up scoring. Shane Watson, despite the long break in action, still stands on the bump. Now Teodoro Martinez will run out to left field and get that gate shut. That's the last thing that happens before this game restarts. The rain did subside a good amount of time ago, but the issue was the tarp was being pulled onto the field and it got stuck in the mud. That's why you see a little bit of a different surface area around home plate, a little bit up the first base line all the way down the third base line and around third base. We'll have to see how it affects play, but it appears that we are ready to get back set and going. A big shout out to our grounds crew who really did a great job getting this field playable again. Watson out of the stretch, and a pitch will be missed outside after a bunt attempt. That runner has actually moved back over to first base. So 1 runner on first, none down. 1 already scored in the inning by Lancaster, and Frank Martinez deep in towards the batter Carlos Garcia, expecting the bunt. We'll see if his anticipation is correct, as a pick over to first is not quite in time. Vladimir Frias back safe. Garcia, the 9-hole in this lineup. He is the 7th lefty that Shane Watson has had to face. A lefty-heavy lineup, easily the most left-handed hitters in the league. as showing bunt was Garcia. It does cross despite the pullback. That makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count. And Watson will step back into the stretch. He'll come set at the belt, and he'll prepare for the 2-1. Showing bunt again is Garcia. Once again, he pulls back, and that makes it a hitter's count as the ball crosses outside. 3-1 the count to Garcia. A couple of signs from third base coach and manager Ross Peoples, and we'll have to see if the bunt is still on. Frank Martinez steps back into the dirt, so maybe he's not anticipating it like he was. Not showing bunt is Garcia. Ball 4 misses outside, and a 5-pitch walk will put the third walk of the evening on base. 2 on with none down, and that flips the lineup back to the top for Darian Sanford. Sanford was the lone strikeout victim of Shane Watson's game to this point. He struck out looking to lead off the game. Sanford, one of the speediest guys, probably the speediest in terms of stolen bases in the league. He shows bunt but will miss for strike number 1. Sanford leads the league in stolen bases with 43 on the year. The next highest is 38. Rico Noel, also on this Barnstormers lineup, but out of the lineup today. And just to give you an idea of how fast these gentlemen are, the next highest after those two is 21. So Sanford, outside of his teammate, doubles up the next highest. Showing bunt again, and a good one, lands down the third baseline. Watson would have had to make a spectacular play. Instead, he wisely holds on to the ball, but unfortunately, that loads the bases for the second time here in this young ball game, this time in the second with none down. So a bunt single for Darian Sanford. His lethal speed turns a sacrifice bunt into a bunt for a base hit, and a rare right-handed hitter in this Barnstormers lineup will come up in the form of Tyler Bortnick. Vladimir Frias stands on third, Carlos Garcia at second, and Darian Sanford at first. Bortnick, last time he was up, reached base via the error, and he sees a curveball missed downstairs for ball number 1. Bortnick, the lowest batting average on this team for those who qualify. He's a 186 hitter, but he does have 5 home runs and upwards of 30 RBIs. He's batting 154 over his last 5. Trying to switch that tide here in the top of the second. Watson gives him a fastball, and it's blooped up in the infield. An infield fly will be gloved by the second baseman, Angelis Nina, and that's a huge out for the Blue Crabs. As now with 1 down, the double play is in order. So Watson could get out of his second bases-loaded jam just by giving up 1 run. That 1 run has already crossed in the form of Josh Bell. Got a good story about him, and we'll give it to you next time he comes up to the plate. But for now, the focus shifts to Blake Galen, the left-handed hitting right fielder who leads the league in home runs and RBIs. First pitch from Watson drilled the deep right field. Going back at the track is Maddox, and he'll watch it hit the back of the fence. That'll plate at least 1 run, the second coming around third. He comes home, and a botched cutoff throw is going to get over the catcher's head. Thankfully for the Blue Crabs, Shane Watson was there for the backup. But after all of that commotion, it's going to be a 2 RBI double. That makes 59 RBIs on the season for Blake Galen. You got to wonder how much the field conditions had to do with that play and the play prior to it. Shane Watson was trying to field the bunt in the area where the tarp was unable to cover due to the tarp getting stuck in the mud. He kind of slowed down on it, and same thing on this past play when Craig Maddox was going towards the track. He looked uncomfortable. So regardless, the score now sits at 3-0 with 1 down, 2 on, both in scoring position. And the first pitch to Ryan Castile is fouled over towards the right side for strike number 1. Castile, a .285 hitter on the year. His number's much better against the Blue Crabs. He's hitting .387 on the season. catcher Castillo will dig back into his right-handed batter's box, one of two right-handed hitters on this Barnstormers lineup, and he quickly digs himself into an 0-2 hole. He'll find himself down in the count, and Shane Watson digging those spikes into the back of the mound, trying to maybe get some wet dirt off of his shoes. Watson will have to deliver a very good pitch to get this last one against Castillo. Pitch comes in. This one drilled down the left field line. That spells extra bases. Teodoro Martinez tiptoes through the water, and that'll score one, now two. A long throw by Teo. Not in time to get Castillo, who strolls into second base with his double. The third of the day, third in this inning for the Barnstormers, puts them up by a score of 5-0 here just in this top of the second. Appeared as though there might have been a walk out to the mound, instead just grabbing a waterlogged baseball. Once again, we're talking about the field conditions, but I want to give another incredible shout out to the grounds crew who made this game possible to play on. It was in very bad conditions because of the rain, but because of how well they keep the field and because of their talents, they were able to make this game playable. Trayvon Robinson, the next Barnstormer to come up to the bat. He'll swing through a hard fastball, and that makes the count 0-1 to Robinson. Robinson comes from Compton, which is in Los Angeles, California. He went to Crenshaw High School, and they have a youth academy in Compton. That's something that all MLB teams have. Every team tries to promote and foster baseball in the inner city, and second pitch will cross 0-2 the count to Robinson. He was the first major leaguer to come out of that youth academy, and he did have his major league debut with the Mariners. If you're wondering, yes, there is a youth academy close to us. It's in Washington, D.C. It's the Nationals Youth Baseball Academy, just about 30 miles up the road. A couple of teams play there. Their program is spearheaded by the D.C. Grays, a collegiate baseball team. Robinson with a couple of check swings. He awaits the 1-2 from Watson with a runner in scoring position. Here comes that pitch, and it'll be a curveball missing inside. A new ball requested by Austin Green. His request granted by the home plate umpire Scott Hart. That evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Setting the defensive alignment for the Blue Crabs from left to right in the outfield, Teodoro Martinez, Corey Vaughn, and Craig Maddox. From left to right in the infield, Frank Martinez at third base, Edwin Garcia at shortstop, Angelis Nina at second, and Devin Rodriguez at first. Austin Green behind the plate, and Shane Watson, the pitcher, delivers a third strike. Swinging through it was Trayvon Robinson for out number 2. 2 down with 1 on will bring up the 9th hitter of this inning in the form of K.C. Hobson. Hobson, another left-handed hitter in this lineup, a deeply heavy lineup as we see some clouds start to loom over Regency Furniture Stadium. Hopefully the rain will hold off so this game can continue to get played, but that rain was absolutely pouring on Waldorf. Once again, you can't say enough about the grounds crew's job. Strike 1 hits the outside corner, and quickly falling into an 0-1 hole is Hobson. Hobson, a 167 hitter on the team. He does have some power. He's got a trio of home runs and 12 RBIs. I'll look back to the runner at second, now coming home with the pitch. Really getting his velo up there is Watson. He's letting it rip, and it's working to his favor in this point. 0-2 the count to Hobson. Hobson, the first baseman, wears 27 on the back of that red jersey. He'll prepare for the 0-2 with 2 down and a runner on second. Watson out of the stretch, comes home with the pitch, and another curveball rings up the second batter in a row. So Watson, you can't really put this one against him, considering that 1 run had already scored. There was already 1 runner on when we got out of our rain delay. After that, a couple more did score. It ends up being 5 runs scored in the inning off of 4 base hits. There was 1 error in the inning for the Blue Crabs and 1 runner left on base. That puts us through 1.5 innings of baseball. The Blue Crabs will try to respond, and the first man to try to do so, John Griffin. You don't want to miss it because he's got some serious power, folks. We'll be right back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crabs gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting SOMDBlueCrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Craig Stem, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Clubs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at SOMDBlueCrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Are you looking for the best place to entertain your group, large or small, this summer? Look no further than the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium with our newly renovated luxury suites and Legends Club, as well as our brand new party suite. Our luxury suites have all new amenities and are sure to please your group, while our clean, upscale Legends Club can host up to 160 guests for a game or anytime. New for 2018, the Blue Crabs are excited to announce our brand new party suite for groups up to 50 guests. It's double the space for double the fun for double the group, just $20 per person. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 to book your group today.
And we are back here inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for the bottom of the second. A big deficit here for the Blue Crabs, as they gave up 5 in the top of the second. And now John Griffin leads things off in the bottom half. Fastball misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Griffin. A 1-2-3 inning in the first prior to that rain delay for John Anderson, as Griffin swings here and fouls one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anderson, after the lengthy delay, a little over 50 minutes. And then the top half of the second is back on the mound, just like Shane Watson was on the other side for Southern Maryland. Anderson's working out of the windup, kicks and delivers. Towering pop-up in foul ground off the bat of Griffin. It's going to be handled by the first baseman, K.C. Hobson. As now 4 straight retired to start the night for the southpaw Anderson. Anderson has spent the majority of this season working in relief for the Barnstormers, but has moved into the starting rotation. This is his 4th start of the year. First pitch misses the zone. 1 ball and no strikes, the count to Devin Rodriguez here. Rodriguez 0 for 4 in the opener yesterday. Or 2 days ago, on Friday. Yesterday with the rain out. Rodriguez swings here and fouls one back. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count.
And that spells the season story for Rodriguez. He's hitting just 116 against this Barnstormer squad on the season.
The 1-1 pitch in the lefty-lefty matchup, a fastball that catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two upcoming. Rodriguez leans out and hits one off the end of his bat. Foul tipped off the catcher, and the count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sky is darkening up once again here. We just had about an hour-long delay, and now the clouds are rolling in once more. Not sure how much, if any, more water this field is able to take to remain playable. Rodriguez, a chopper up the first base line here. Anderson coming over. He's not going to get there. The first baseman, Hobson, can't get there either. and Devin Rodriguez is aboard with an infield single.
Sometimes that's all it takes for a team to crack into the hit column on the day. First hit for the Blue Crabs comes in an unconventional way, and you'd love to start chipping away at this lead.
Little by little, that'll be the way it's done, as time is going to be called here, and the grounds crew is back on the field. And now it looks like the tarp will once again be put back on the field, much to the dismay of the Blue Crabs and Barnstormers, who just got in about half an inning, maybe more of play. The pitcher, Anderson, is upset because that's likely going to spell the end of his day. You can't really sit through 2 delays as a starter. So right after Rodriguez is hit, the rain begins again, and we are going to head back into yet another rain delay. The players are booking it for the clubhouse. The umpires are doing the same, and the grounds crew will look to get this tarp rolled back out and fully across this field to preserve as much possibility of getting at least one of these 2 games in this doubleheader in, if not both, at some point today. So we are going to have to step away once again here, and we will keep you updated throughout with anything that's happening as far as when we might play, if we might play, etc. as we move forward here in the day. The grounds crew is underway with getting the tarp onto the field here. So we're through 1 inning and a half, as well as 4 outs into the second inning, 1 out into the bottom of the second, and we will now enter our second rain delay. The grounds crew has gotten the tarp all the way across the field, so this one off to a little more promising start than the last, and we'll see how long it will last. We'll keep you up to date with everything right here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. good afternoon to any of you who are still with us here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. We have just received word on the conditions for the day. Due to the inclement weather and the current status of the field, today's game has been postponed. It will be played as part of a doubleheader on August 1st. And then the second game of today's doubleheader will be made up on September 7th through the 9th at the Lancaster Barnstormers. So today's game has been finished. It will not count, and we will make both of them up at a later date. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll get back to you next week on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.